Hello and welcome back to Hammer Sports Productions. Please keep watching my videos and please subscribe. It'd be much appreciated. I don't know how many of you are probably going to take me serious while wearing this, but hey, I'm Irish. I gotta be festive, man. I gotta be festive. So, just bear with it. So, in recent news, the Indianapolis Colts have traded Carson Wentz. There have been grumblings about this for weeks and weeks. They have traded him to the Washington Redskins. Yes, I'm still going to call them Redskins because I'm goddamn not going to call them the Commanders. Because that is, you get paid millions and millions and millions of dollars, and that's the best you could come up with, for God's sake. Washington commies. I had to throw that in there. Other people have made that joke, so you know. I'm not the only one. Anyway, so, I don't know. I really don't like that the Colts did this. I really don't like that they did this because so he's one and done. So you're just saying one season and he's done. One season, he's done. That's it. That's that. So you traded. I forget how much they traded for him. Like it was like 2 2s. I think it was like that because he ended up playing 75% of the snaps and all that other shebang. It just. He had been under so much pressure in Philadelphia after 2017 because and Set the Edges made some really good videos about what happened there and how everything just basically fell apart. Everything just fell apart. I'm gonna need to take a drink. It was just a bad situation all around, from top to bottom, and he needed out of there. And I'm glad that he went to the Colts because. Obviously, when they went and won the Super Bowl and he had his best season in some ways, it was under the coordination of Frank Reich, and Frank went and left the Colts, and the Colts have had quarterback problems ever since. Sometimes quarterback problems ever since Luck retired. They had Jacoby Brissett for a year. Then they went and signed Phillip Rivers, who then surprisingly retired after 1 year. I think he could have gone for maybe 2 or 3 more years, but I digress. Then they went out and traded for Wentz. And I think he succeeded, honestly. In some ways, in my opinion, I think he had his best to second best season of his career. I know the numbers are going to say otherwise in some ways, but I think it's because some of the pressure had been finally lifted from him. He was out in a new fan base, new coaching staff, a coaching staff that trusted him in some ways, but more than the coaching staff from the previous administration. So I think he was finally like, finally, and he didn't deal with any injury problems, and he lit it up. He lit it up. The numbers don't do it justice. He did light it up, over 60%, 3,500 yards, 27 touchdowns, only 7 TDs. After he led the league in interceptions last year with 15, and his completion percentage, as I just mentioned, went from 57.4% to 62.4%. All right, that's pretty good. Good, and he was sacked a lot less. He was sacked, I believe, sacked 20 less times after and everything. And he finally had some good studs. He had Jonathan Taylor in the backfield. He had Eric Fisher protected him, Quentin Nelson, and then you had a T.Y. Hilton. You had that Mo Alley Cox. God, what the frick is that guy's other name? Sugar. I can't think of the guy's name off the top of my head who I'm trying to think of. But he had weapons, all right? He had weapons. And they went, at first they weren't doing that good, but then they went on a run. And then they got to like, I think so it was like 9, so they went 9-7, they win and they're in, and they're playing Jacksonville. And even I believed, they're going to kill Jacksonville. They don't have a goddamn chance against Jacksonville. And then I'm going to have to take another drink for this. They got killed. They got mother freaking killed. They lit them up, and they finished 9-8. And then I think the GM came out and said, We're gonna stop putting a Band-Aid on the quarterback position." So they traded. So now they've traded him to the Redskins, who finished 7-10 last year. They went 7-9 the year before. So This also tells us that Taylor Heineke is not going to be the future, even though I think he did do well finally being a starter, and I thought they could have given him one more year, but obviously they feel pressure a little bit, so that they feel that they have a good enough defense. They do have a good defense led by Jonathan Allen, Montez Sweat, and now oh God, what's his first name? Trace Young, I think his first name is. So they have a good defense. They have an emerging 1,000-yard rusher. I forget his name, something Payne. They have Terry McLaurin, so now you pair Carson Wentz with Terry McLaurin. That's going to be a scary connection and everything. So I can definitely see them going from 7-10 to now being probably a 10-7 team around there, maybe better if marking some signs, but then that had a ripple effect because now they had to make cap room. Who do they cut? They cut Landon Collins, the big acquisition from 3 years ago, I believe, when they signed him to that monster 7-year deal that set the free safety market value up high and everything. So that happened. So now that he's cut, who knows how they feel after that. I have heard that the Colts are now interested in Gardner Minshew. I don't know if that's true or not. But I wish they had given him another year. I wish he had been given a bit more. It's because you shut up. Just 1 year, and he has that good of a season. You guys almost make the playoffs, and that's it. I feel like some people kind of knee-jerk on that a little bit. But maybe some people know more than me, but hey, I'm just saying it from the outside perspective. All right? And that's what I'm here for. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the hat. Please subscribe and help the channel grow. See you next time.